Hello guys, support us and subscribe to our channel, give likes and write comments. Today we will read
Second Chance, a story of love and pride.
Well, let's get started.
Ani never thought it was possible to rekindle an old relationship. After all, she believed it was something out of the realm of fiction. But life had a surprise for her, forcing her to enter the same river twice. It all started when she received a letter from an abandoned, spam email account. It was a message from a so-called social network she registered on about 100 years ago. Ani had lost interest in the correspondence since the people from her past life, whom she really wanted to communicate with, were unlikely to seek her out this way. But something drew her to check her email, and it turned out to be for a good reason. It was a message from a classmate named Peter. He asked how she was doing and mentioned a love affair she had with Andrew back in the 10th grade. Ani and Andrew were together for 3 years, from the moment he came into their lives up to the first year of college. They were happy, and even Ani's parents turned a blind eye to their immoral behavior, expecting an early wedding. But the wedding never happened. Suddenly, there was this strange girl named Amelia, and Andrew became different, alien, prickly, nervous. Something was eating him, and it didn't take him long to break up with Ani. Years later, Ani learned that Andrew got married and went to an unknown destination, cutting off all contact. She tried to look for him on social media, but she never dared to log onto his page. They were too close to each other to remain friends or chat over the internet about anything. Too much had happened between them. But when Ani learned that Andrew got divorced, her heart skipped a beat. She typed a message to Peter, asking for Andrew's address. It was like someone had made her tap her fingers on the keyboard. She couldn't believe she was doing it, but she wanted to see Andrew again. After Andrew, Ani had 2 men, but they never quite measured up to him. One of them left her with a daughter, who is now arguing with her mother in the kitchen about what mayonnaise is made of. Ani had to raise her child on her own, but she had no doubt that she had to have the baby. Now, as Ani waited outside Andrew's doorway, she heard her mother's voice in her head. "A woman should be proud," her mother used to say. But what did it mean to be proud? To sit at the window all your life, pretending you're not expecting anyone? To resent when someone tries to talk to you on the street, even though deep down inside you only wish they would continue the conversation? Ani realized that a proud woman doesn't have to live like that. As Andrew walked out of his door, Ani's heart skipped a beat. They locked eyes, and everything else faded away. It was like they were back in high school, and the only thing that mattered was the love they shared. They talked for hours, and it was like they never lost touch. They agreed to meet again and see where things would go. Ani learned that sometimes life gives you a second chance, and it's up to you to take it. She was proud of herself for taking that chance and being open to the possibility of love again. I took a deep breath and walked towards him. As I got closer, I could feel my heart racing and my palms sweating. I could see the surprise and disbelief in his eyes as he recognized me. "Andy," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "Ani," he replied, his voice equally quiet. "I can't believe it's you." For a few moments, we just stood there, looking at each other. 15 years had passed, but it felt like only yesterday that we were together. "I heard about your divorce," I finally said, breaking the silence. He nodded. "It didn't work out. We were just too different." "I'm sorry," I said, genuinely feeling his pain. He looked at me intently. "What about you, Ani? What's happened in your life?" I told him about my daughter, and how I had been raising her on my own. I told him about my job, and how I had been focusing on my career. I left out the part about the two men who had come and gone from my life. As we talked, it felt like we were the only two people in the world. The years melted away, and we were back in high school, sneaking kisses between classes and dreaming of a future together. Eventually, we had to part ways. As we hugged goodbye, I felt tears welling up in my eyes. "Let's keep in touch," he said. I nodded, knowing that I couldn't let him go again. As I walked away, I felt a sense of hope that I hadn't felt in a long time. Maybe this was the beginning of a new chapter in my life, one that would finally bring me the happiness I had been searching for.
Thank you! Learn English with us easily and fun. Support us and subscribe to our channel. Give likes and write comments. Watch new videos on our channel every day. See you soon and bye-bye.